New York's businesses are still struggling. Restrictions still in place, work from home culture is killing the small businesses. They relied on office workers, students, etc. I talked to Congressman Byron Donalds about it. He's a native Brooklyn boy, and now he's representing Florida's 19th district. He says financial firms are ditching the Big Apple because of anti-business policies. I asked him if he's seen things get worse in New York over time.
Oh, I have. I mean, listen, when the New York Stock Exchange starts talking about potentially leaving, you know how badly things have gotten in the state of New York. And it really didn't have to be this way. You know, our COVID numbers in terms of deaths per capita are actually 26th in the country. We're right in the middle of the pack. New York is higher, New Jersey is higher, California is higher. So if you actually look at what the science dictates, number one, but then also what common sense and responsible regulatory environment is number two, Florida is leading the country. There's no question about that.
You even want the New York Stock Exchange to move to Florida, right?
Oh, I do. You know, we have a lot of nice land here in Southwest Florida. We can find a place for them right here in the heart of my congressional district. But in all honesty, the other thing we've learned through COVID-19 is frankly how innovative technology has truly become with respect to the working environment. There's no need to be in Lower Manhattan to run an exchange anymore. You can do that from anywhere in the country, frankly, in the world. But I think that they should do that right here in Florida.
I think they may consider it. When you were running for Congress, you said you'd fight for a balanced budget. After arriving in D.C., how tough a fight is it going to be?
Man, this is going to be one of the toughest fights ever, frankly. And it's because members of Congress are accustomed to just passing these continuing resolutions. And it's easy to not even focus on the budget because nobody even talks about it anymore. But the reality is we're $28 trillion in debt. We have to get our fiscal house in order. We have to take hard, long looks at Social Security and Medicare, make sure that they're here for current retirees and soon-to-be retirees, while also reforming those systems for the future so that our country can handle the fiscal weight of them. That requires fiscal discipline, which is what I'm hoping to bring to Congress. I'm just glad we have new members coming in who are starting to think this way, but it's going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah. I think for anybody with any type of financial literacy, financial rationality would see we can't, as you mentioned, continue with this level of debt. But at the same time, we live in a democratic system. People need the votes. How can we balance these things? How can things actually change?
Honestly, I think it's about just being direct with the American people about where we are as a country. We have gotten into this place where everything is purely about populism, where if it sounds good, that means it's right. And that's not actually the case. I'm not against populism. I'm a populist to some degrees myself. But at the same time, we have to be honest and real about where we are as a country. And we have to be direct and straight with the American people. And then speaking purely as a Republican, when we're in charge and we have the ability to lead, we have to do it. We have to lead and we have to do the things that we said we were going to do. It's that simple.
Small businesses, we look in New York here, it's been devastating. I think my barber told me, I think 80% of the barbers in New York City have closed down, the independent barbers. Have you guys in Florida had any more success?
We've been open. Listen, my barber, I'm glad when he was able to reopen. I mean, everybody was kind of closed here for about a month, maybe a month and a half, back in late March and through the month of April. But once we started to understand COVID-19 and what we could and couldn't do, we charted a course to make sure that small businesses, and I'm not talking about the way the SBA talks about them. I'm talking about your mom and pop micro businesses, 5 to 10 people, making sure they had the information to get open. And once they're open and they can prove to their customers that they'll be safe, people will come back. That's the correct approach.
Congressman, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Hi there. A quick update. Social media has some new restrictions which might affect your access to our channel. If you want to stay tuned, make sure you visit us directly at ntd.com. We'll also have a newsletter coming out soon and you can sign up for that now, so stay in touch. Thanks for watching.